Hello and welcome back again to Cody's Radio Workshop. It's been quite a while since I've done a YouTube video, but I'm back. There's lots of things getting in the way, mainly radios. Been quite busy, one thing and another. But today I have, shortly, on the bench, some radios. Surprise, surprise. I bought a Joblot of radios on eBay for not a lot of money. There are 7 radios, 4 Roberts and 3 Hackers of various flavours. Really quite cheaply, including the postage. I think they worked out at about £7 each, including the postage, which, yeah, quite pleased about. So, without any further ado, and in no particular order, I'm going to get them out on the bench and just have a first look at them. So, first up is a Roberts R600. It is, I don't know whether you can tell from there, it is dark blue, it's not black. First impressions, it's very dirty, the handle's quite stiff. There's lots of ingrained dirt and dust, and that handle's a peach. I don't know whether you can see all the grub and grime on there, and it's also got a label. I'll try and catch that. £10, so they've obviously had that at a car boot or something, tried to get a tenner for it. And being honest, if I saw that at a car boot, even in the state that it's in, for a tenner, I'd have bought that. You know, even as a spares set, never mind the repairs. I mean, we've got the aerial for a start, and let me just have a look at it. Yeah, dead straight, the knuckle works. It's just covered in grot and grime. Now, I've had some interest in this already, and I've not even powered it up. I've just taken it out of the box. Oh yeah, the box that it came in. I can't show you that in the Man Lab because they all came packed in the same box, and the box was 4 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot. So I've had to open the box outside and then bring them all in individually. But yeah, there's the R600. So let's have a look on the inside. Get my torch, put a bit more light on the. Let's have a look inside. Doesn't look to have had anything done to it at all, which is nice. That's what we want. But yeah, they've been sent to me as spares or repairs and genuinely untested. So we'll see. I'll stick some power on it. I have a battery eliminator, a Grundig battery eliminator, which is what I'm going to use. Let's get it plugged in. And turn the set up. Oh, there's the eliminator. Super useful for testing sets. No batteries needed. Just get a better angle. Make sure it's switched off on the set. Switch the eliminator on. And I've already noticed a problem with it there on the tone button. It doesn't stay down. So it's going to need taking apart and rebuilding, or a new switch, a new tone. Oh, it has stuck down now. Oh, and now it's not again. So it will stick down. Well, it stuck down once. So the mechanics of it are in there, so I'd be quite hopeful that it would work. But let's have a listen. Put those onto VHF. Well, we've got hiss. Put the external aerial on it.
Your role as historian or journalist, and you're looking at
there we go.
How they're finding that language.
So that's on FM. Yep, the tone switch works, but it won't stay in the down position. Medium wave. Nothing. Long wave, nothing. Graham, you've got some module work.
We'll get the introduction I made to the argument. Thank you.
But yeah, anyway, there we go. That's the R600. I'm not going to hang about on any of them. As I say, this one I will be parting ways with straight away. I just wanted to check, see if it worked. Slight impression on the grill. That should flatten out really nicely. You've got some liquid staining on the bright bars at the front. The knobs on the top have seen better days, and the bright strips on the top again have got some staining on them. The dial face will want cleaning on both sides. Working on FM, but not on long wave and not on medium wave, and the tone switch won't stay depressed. So there we go, there's the R600 anyway. So there you go, Graham, all yours. We've got a little bit of work to do on her. Nice and clean inside though, and looks to have had nothing at all done previously. So we'll bob that on one side, and what shall we have next? Another Roberts R500. It's got the wrong knobs on there, and I think the top aerial might be either bent or broken. Oh, it does come out. Yeah, it's just got a bend in it. I don't know whether you'll... There, you can see it as I twizzle it round. But let's take the rest of the aerial up. Yep, the rest of it's pretty straight, and the knuckle works. The 4-position on off and wave band selector seems okay. It needs restringing. The volume and the tone are pretty free. Slight impression over where the speaker is internally. Not in the worst condition I've seen, but certainly not one of the best ones either. Take the bottom off. Roberts R505 and adapter, it says on there, just on the inside of the bottom plate. Medium long wave VHF, medium and long wave not working. Nice that somebody's gone to the trouble to put that in there. But I'm also of the opinion, just looking at the state of it and the amount of cobwebs inside, the moisture and things that will have got into there since it was put away, when that label was obviously put on. I'm not very confident, but we'll give it a go. Again, I'll wire up the eliminator. Usually use batteries, but since I bought this thing, it's just easier. I don't have to worry about whether my batteries are good or not. So make sure that the eliminator's switched on. This is in the off position, and we'll go for VHF first. Slight pop from the speaker. Not forgetting we are on VHF. I'll take the aerial up. Yeah, it's popping, but there's no sound. Needs restringing anyway. Oh, there we go. So it is actually working. Let's see if I can get inside. No, can't get up past the module. So yeah, R505. There's actually two of them. I'll get on to the second one in a minute. Take the power off. Yeah, so it does seem to be working on VHF. I'm taking their word that it's not working on medium wave, so I'll have that to attend to. Like I said, it's got the wrong. I think they're the, yeah, of course they're the wrong control knobs on there. It's got the bright missing off the top. It's very, very grubby, very dirty. Got the impression on the grill. Other than that, once I've addressed those couple of things and flattened the grill out, the grill's flat black as well. There's no chrome stripy bits on it, so that'll need tending to as well. The Roberts logo's faded, the teak ends, the cheeks need sorting out, but I'm hopeful for that. That should be a worker before long. And while we're on the R505, there's another one. This has got the right knobs on, but no brights on the top. That area looks pretty good. The top's not bent, the knuckle works, no handle, so that'll need sorting. Got the remains of a handle on the side. Dial face looks okay. Controls are free, and this one doesn't need restringing. The selector switch appears to work on all four. Let's take the bottom off and have a look inside. 30th of the 10th, 99. Price £1. I doubt that was for the radio, but yeah, that's been on there 20 years. No obvious signs of battery. Where have I put my torch? No obvious signs of battery leakage. No signs of any previous work, which always does please me. I've never ever liked unpicking anybody else's handiwork. I've seen it quite a few times, and it always fills me with dread when I see that somebody else has been in there first and twiddled. So yeah, let's fire this one up, make sure we're in the off position first before I put the power on. Trying to rattle through these, I don't want to linger too long on them. It is just a first look at them. I'll turn the power on to the eliminator. Little pop then from the speaker. Get the external aerial hooked up.
Really?
The time of my life.
Yep, working.
Though I never felt
We're on VHF at the moment.
yes, I swear.
That's
the whistle there is interference from something I've got running in the workshop.
Over or anything like that. I think there was speculation once we decided.
You'll hear it on all of the radios. Yeah.
Springfield.
I have a very...
Working on medium, working on VHF. We're on medium flavour now.
In recent seasons, brought on by mismanagement of this club, we have been operating in a lot of problems she's had. And it's the only way we're going to get to the bottom of this thing, by people coming out and being honest about it, especially in sport.
So we're good on medium wave as well. Try long wave.
Nights of the year. Promoter Patty's been joined here. Patty, good evening.
Good, so that one's working. So again, just to recap on that one, I'll just remove the power. Just to recap on that one, what do we need? Looks pretty dusty and dirty inside actually. Obviously it's coming to pieces, so that's not a problem. Let's get it back together. A couple of brights for the top, a couple of new switches, well, a couple of new knobs for the top, and a handle for the side and a blooming good clean. I'll retouch that grill. You've seen me do those before with the 2mm tape, masking tape. Aerial's okay. Well, yeah, that one's working. I'll bob that one on one side now too. I'm trying to rattle through these as quickly as I can. And the next one is a Roberts Rambler. One of the switches missing. I've got one of them on the bench somewhere. From one I was working on earlier this week. Don't know whether it'll fit. Yep, there we go. It's the cleanest one on there as well. Very, very dirty, covered in nicotine, and those teak cheeks have been pretty wet for some time. You can tell there's no bottom on it. Looking inside, yeah, lots of damp moisture. Circuit board's really loose as well. Right, let's try with some power, make sure it's switched off. I do like the Ramblers, obviously not this not this one. It's in quite a mess. But let's give it a go. Medium wave. Make sure it's switched on. Nothing at all. Not a jot. Not a pop or anything at all. Which doesn't surprise me. Everything will want changing inside that. I've just popped the top off that switch I've just put, knob I've just put on. So yeah, nothing at all. Yeah, the oh, I just heard it come on then. Can't beat a poke, can you?
What is reported to be a recreational drug test for the second time at its house. This is TalkSport.
One of the tropical fish has shattered inside. Despite that, it's still working.
Berry.co.uk.
Very scratchy.
For a frock, that's cute.
But yeah, anyway, there we go. It's working of sorts. I'll take that. This is the dirtiest one of them all, actually. It's very, very grubby. I don't know if you'll pick that up. It's absolutely rinky. I've got some Rambler spares in one of the cupboards. It'd be nice to work some magic on this, won't it, and make it really zing again, you know, rather than it end up in landfill. But yeah, pleased. And the next ones, which will excite most of you, we will go for... I'm going to have to pull the camera back now, I can't even zoom out any further. So, there we go. Hacker Herald RP35. It's got the bass and treble knobs missing. The volume tuning's there. Got a swing tag on the side, which says the Design Centre London selected for. It's an exhibition of well-designed modern British goods in current production, selected by the Council of Industrial Design. Got a few nicks out of the front, nothing really I can do about that unless I really wanted to go to town and recover it, but I don't think I'll be going that far with it. A few millimetres worth of nicotine along the whole of the handle. Swivel base works okay, looks pretty clean inside actually. In fact, that looks very clean inside. I don't know if you can trusty touch. Scruffy on the outside, but pretty darn clean on the inside. That surprised me. Everything's quite shiny. Obviously, it'll need everything recapping. But nobody seems to have twiddled with this one either, which is nice. Although the amp board, the A205 amp board, has got some insulation tape on one edge, so maybe somebody's had a twiddle. Let's hook up some power. This might be a bit trickier because I've only got one eliminator. I can either go for battery or my variable for the other one. Make sure that we're switched off. Go for the variable. Hook up some crocodile clips. White one on the crocodile clips is going to be positive, and the yellow one is going to be negative. It's just the first two that I came to. As long as I remember, it's fine. I bet I've got those the wrong way around, haven't I? Yeah.
Sari was asked earlier if he thinks it's harder to win a European trophy with an English club.
I think so, because in England you have to play more. Probably a Spanish team or an Italian team in this moment of the season has played 48, 49, 50 matches. And here in England we will play the match number 57, I think.
UEFA have ordered Montenegro to play their next home match behind closed doors after some of their fans racially abused England players in March. They've also been fined €20,000 and been ordered to display a banner.
Scratchy volume.
Game. Bolton's players have said they will not play their final two championship fixtures of the season unless they receive their unpaid wages. They are yet to be paid for March. In a statement, they say the situation is creating mounting mental, emotional and financial.
Going the wrong way, yeah?
Alright.
To speak to this week. The Sheffield United fans are fantastic.
Fabulous. A long wave. And we're back. I ran out of recording time there. So we're on long wave now on the Herald. I haven't got anything at all yet. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got a really quiet station there, so that'll need looking at. But yeah, just trying to keep it as succinct as I can. Disconnect everything. Obviously the foam's disintegrating everywhere on that back door, but other than that, yeah, that's really tidy inside. No pity about the outside. Yeah, I can hear all the degraded foam inside. Not my favourite job. Will probably stay as it is. Grill's okay. It's pretty loose on the back. I think that's just been glued on. But there we are, the Hacker Herald RP35 again working. Obviously when I'm saying that these are working, yes, we've heard them working, but they're going to need some work on them yet. But a Hacker Hunter, one of my favourite hackers. Again, very, very dirty. And we've got something stuck in between the case and the dial face there. Don't know what that is. Obviously it'll come out when we take it apart. And a good aerial. Let's just test that. Yep, dead straight up to the top hat. Hacker Hunter RP38A. It's only got 1 foot on the bottom, so I'm going to have a word with Radio Cruncher and see if he can't 3D print me some. And the inside of the door is very tidy as well. Been a long time since I've seen one as nice as that. The battery sticker has come off. Final inspection sticker. Released for packing, packed by MB. Final inspection HR72. It's just a bit dusty in there from dust. Don't overthink it. Again, that looks pretty clean. It has been out before though. They've not replaced the screw for the aerial retainer. But I can't see that anything's been done with that. Get the torch out again, just shed a bit of extra light on for you. Now we've still got lock fits and the original caps. Just having a mooch around it. I don't know what that speaker is. It's an ELAC speaker. But, oh, there's the. I've just found the aerial screw. There's the tweezers. Just found the aerial screw, so the nut will be in there somewhere. I'm hoping it is. Ta-da! That's always a bonus. It's not that hard to put them back on. But anyway, let's get some beans on it. This aerial wire out, battery wire out. The ELAC speaker looks pretty good as well. You've seen me polish one of those up before. Get some pliers actually and squeeze those terminals in a little bit on the eliminator just so it grips the battery a bit better. There we go. And the crop clips. Try and get them the right way around this time. Can't even remember. I should have used red and black crop clips, but it's just the first two I came to. Remind me that the white one is positive. Well, I think it is. Am I switched on? I am switched on.
Thousands and thousands of visitors to this.
Mention crappy golf, and it's something from my childhood, but never.
There we go, a hunter that's working.
Was I aware that in the sunken gardens, just on the north end of the Metropole Hotel,
again, take the working with a pinch of salt.
But no one has played it for the last
it's working on
6 or
FM at the
7
moment.
years. Plans are afoot though to check. And the caravan's at 8.
Oh, God, right, you know what, 8 for bedtime?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no, they keep going until they drop.
Yeah, just go straight
Excellent.
through.
Tell me
Excellent
about
stuff.
Nothing on medium wave. Nothing on long wave.
And I think it's going to stay like a whole weekend.
Okay, well, you're going to have to draw straws then about who gets everybody piling round into their caravan then. Sounds like it's going to be mega fun times. Do you want to shout out the families? I don't think we can squeeze in all the family members, but give a shout out to all the families in all the caravans.
It's as loud as it goes as well, so...
The spoons,
That's fantastic. You and Hubby Simon, son Sam, have a lovely time. Yeah. Why are we playing this tune?
So everything needs recapping on there, I think. Nevertheless, it's a hunter. And for the equivalent of £7, I'm blown away with that. She will be beautiful again one day, in a very not too distant future. I should really have tried it with another amp. I've got another amp on top of the scope here. But I'm trying to keep this as short as I can. The baffle's missing for the back, but I have got one of those too, which is the one that came off it. This was loose inside the box, a little nibble out of the corner, and there's only one of the retainers. The rest of them have broken off, so I should be able to fix that back on so that it looks pretty again. Something like, there we go. So that's another one working. Have I found any yet that don't? No. Yeah, they all need a fettle, but that's why we do it, isn't it? And last but definitely not least, got this little beauty, RP10, I think it is. There we go. Very, very, very tarnished, and I think there's a screw sticking through at the front there. That's very pointy. Whatever that's covered with. Anybody any ideas? Feels like it's, you can hear the crackling underneath it, like it's coming unstuck. But I like the gold edging on this grill. A couple of dings in it, but that's just character. Yeah, it's like paper that this is covered with, but it's intact, and the handle's intact. A little bit cracked and crazed. I've had these before, but I've never had one with a handle on it. I've always had to fashion a handle from an old belt. Take the back off. Acker Herald transistor portable receiver RP10. Serial number marked on chassis. Switch off to replace batteries to ever ready PP9s or equivalent Acker radio Maidenhead box. I don't know what that is covered with, but it really does. Oh, it's like parchment. That's a bonus too. Yeah, it's very dirty inside. But I'll get to the bonus thing in a moment. That's pretty stuck on the battery bar. I've still got the original sockets, the aerial adapters on the battery bar. That's really nice. I've never had well, I've had RP10s before, but I've never had those. Don't want to take those off. Not going to take those off. Let's have a look inside. Goodman's speaker. Very, 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 very dusty inside. Very dirty. It's the sponges from the back door that have just disintegrated. So that's going to need a real good clean. But it looks not to have been twiddled with. We've still got the pleasures in that. And the micro pack, the TCC caps. I don't know whether you'll pick it up. Let me get the torch again. I've got what looks like mould and battery type corrosion inside right up at the top. Hard to pick up, but you might be able to see it. And despite that, and given its age, it's quite tidy and generally shiny, if very dusty. You can see we've still got the humps in there as well. And more pleasures up behind the shield. So I'm guessing that the serial number for this, because it said that it's stamped on the side, I can't remember whether it is stamped on the side or whether it's inked on the side. We've got, we're not doing very well for light here, are we? Just there, 2281. So I'll look that up a little bit later. Don't all the battery terminals are, what's the technical term? Screwed. I've got two good ones and two bad ones. You've still got part of the battery in that one. See if I can snap that out. In fact, do I need to snap it out? No, because I'm right. I need a couple more crop clips for this one because they won't fit on the eliminator. sure that's switched off. Right. Now, let's see if I can get. I'm gonna have to. I might have to scrape some of that. Oh, that's just falling to pieces. That battery clip. Where can I tap onto that? Give that a go. Alright, so we're off. Can hear something. Probably a bad battery connection. Yes. Medium wave. Double check. A better battery connector, well, better battery connection. I'll just cover that crocodile clip up. Yeah, it's gone again. That sounds a bit more promising. Volume up. Oh, the tone switch works. That's always a bonus. We're on medium wave.
So he's going on about, as a manager, he's going on publicly about how we haven't got those players, that, you know, things have changed. Why?
Speaker sounds a bit crackly. Volume pot needs either cleaning with a bit of switch cleaner or stripping and cleaning. Just test that theory. I'll just grab a teeny tiny screwdriver. Right. I wouldn't normally do this. This is just a curiosity. I'll just dribble a little bit of switch cleaner down there because I can't get behind that shield inside. I don't want to damage the face plate, the dial plate. So I am literally just dribbling some in there. I'll bob that back on and work it round. Knock the power off. And give it a twizzle for a minute or two. Good sound out of these when these are working. So I've had a couple before. Let's give that a go. Yeah, there's not much control on the volume control. That's ready to switch off now. I've barely moved it more than a millimetre.
fantastic, fantastic place. Will it feel the same out east in Bath? I don't think so, no. Every certainly feels amazing, because I'm coming from Basildon, so that's the view of workers in the market, but what about...
Right, so there we go. That is, I believe, all 7. So we've done the Hacker Herald, the Hacker Hunter, the Roberts R600, the 2 Roberts R505s and the Rambler. So yeah, that's the 7 that came today. All of them, give or take a little bit of fettling, are working. So I'm really quite pleased with that, especially with this. You know, I've got the original handle. Yeah, it's a bit cracked and a bit crazy, but it still feels pretty flexible. It's not going to break today. Just want to have a look inside actually and see where that screw. It's behind the tuning capacitor. Oh, and it is an original screw, but it's behind the tuning capacitor frame, so I can't get to that until I take it to pieces. Happy days. The turntable sounds a bit squeaky too, but yeah, really happy. So there we are. We've got the Hacker RP10, the Hacker Herald, the Hacker Hunter, 2 Roberts R505s, the Rambler, and the R600, which is already spoken for. I'm pretty glad in a way, because it's looking a lot like module work. Cheers, Graham. Catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.